So recently I've been reading this book called How to Be a Straight A Student by Cal Newport. So a fan on my Discord server recommended it to me, and I'm very happy they recommended it to me because I'm finding it very, very interesting. Specifically the section on time management. Because I realized, so time management is basically like scheduling your time, organizing your deadlines, organizing how you're going to spend your days. And trust me when I say this habit, time management, is one of the most important habits that you should develop as a student because it will save you years of your life and will reduce so much stress from you. But okay, so basically from this book, he talks about time management, and I find it very interesting because his time management system is like 95% identical to the time management system that I used in university and that I still use to this day. So I haven't always used time management systems. In high school, when I did the IGCSE program and the IB program, I graduated them with A's, but I did not get through them with a time management system. And so I guess you could say time management systems aren't necessary to get A's, but trust me, it will save your life. I'll tell you why in a second. But basically in high school, my time management system was right here. If the teacher gave us a deadline or I wanted to organize my day tomorrow, I would be like, bro, I saw writing stuff down as a weakness. So I would just memorize how I was going to spend my day. I would memorize the deadlines. I'd be like, bro, I can just remember all this shit. But I was a dumbass because my memory sucks, to be honest. So I would always forget the deadlines. I would always forget what I had to do tomorrow. And so yeah, don't be like me. Use a time management system. It takes literally 5 minutes a day to do this time management system, and you will save, honestly, years of your life. And bro, just literally try this time management system for a couple days this week. And if it doesn't revolutionize and change your life, you can come back to this video, you can leave a hate comment, and you can unsubscribe because trust me, this is how much I promise you it will revolutionize everything for you. Just have faith in this system. Try it out for 15 minutes this week and see how it will change your life. It reduces a fuck ton of stress. So there's this quote I really like. The brain is not for storing information, it's for processing information. So don't store your deadlines. Don't store how you're going to spend your time in your brain. Put that shit down on paper. Save yourself a ton of stress. Save yourself a ton of time. Let's get into the system. So here is what you need to make this time management system. So I've read books where they've studied many successful people, many successful students, people who are successful in their careers, very, very productive members of society. And there are not many habits that they all have in common. But there are a couple things that all of them seem to do. And one of the things that all of them seem to do is they all seem to have calendars. They all seem to literally schedule all their time. So they're going to be the foundation of the time management system is a calendar. So either you can use Google Calendars or you can literally use like a physical notebook. Or sometimes universities, they'll give you these like free planners at the beginning of the year. You can use those. But you need something where you can write down what you're going to do every hour of the day. Now, we're not going to get super specific down to like the minute or anything, but you just need a way to schedule your time. So let's go through this system now. So you need to put aside 5 to 20 minutes every single night to plan your calendar for the next day. So why do this in the morning? Why do this at night? Because this is when you are the most stoic. This is when you are the least emotional. So let's say, for example, you get home from school. Let's be honest, most people when they get home from school, they're super tired. Bro, I was so tired when I got home from school. I would literally be on the bus on the way home from school, and I would literally fall asleep for like half a second. I don't know how to explain this. I'd be on the bus, I'd fall asleep, then I'd wake up when the bus hit a speed bump. I was that tired. I was literally falling asleep sitting up. So bro, if you're that tired coming home from school, do you think you're going to study? Do you think you're going to want to study? It's highly unlikely. So if we plan the night before when we're emotionally calm and we tell ourselves, okay, after school tomorrow, I'm going to study, you're going to be much more likely to do it because you made that decision when you were calm rather than when you were tired as fuck when you got home from school. So that's the first step, 5 to 20 minutes at night. You can do it first thing in the morning as well, but ideally at night because that's when you're the most calm and you can plan your next day. So what you want to do is step 1, you want to schedule all the mandatory things. So in my opinion, honestly, you can like schedule out your month's calendar and put in all your classes. So do that. appointments you have, meetings you have, put all that shit in your calendar for the week, for the month. That thing is obvious. And then next, what you want to do is, this is a very interesting one. You want to put in the non-mandatory timely things. So the things that are at certain times, but they're not mandatory. So what I would recommend for this is look for social events at your school, look for fun activities you can go to, stuff you want to go to, and put that into your calendar. So what I used to do in university, I would look at like the list of all the events coming up this week, and I would take the ones I was actually interested to go to, and I would literally just put them into my calendar. Literally schedule those things into your day. Because the thing is, if you don't schedule those things into your day, when the time comes around to actually go to those events, you're probably just going to study, you're probably going to do something else, because it's not going to seem like a priority. So prioritize it. Put those timely things into your calendar: social events, parties, fun things you want to go to, experiences you want to have. I'll explain a bit more about this later, how to actually go to these things, but that's the second thing. Put timely things into your calendar. And then finally, you want to put everything else into your calendar. So sleep, ideally sleep at the same time every single day. Literally block sleep into your calendar. Meals is another big one. Give yourself about an hour for meals. That's what I learned from the book. Don't give yourself like 20 minutes. So put in meals. Fitness, if you're like exercising, put in your like workouts when you're going to work out. Because like I said earlier, if you don't schedule your workouts, if you don't schedule these kind of things, then what do students do if they don't schedule this stuff? They just fill their whole time with studying. They'll just sit in the library for 12 hours. But if you know that at 6 p.m. you got to go gym, then you're going to finish your study by 6 p.m. So put your fitness into your calendar. If you're working on personal projects, which is amazing, by the way, like let's say you're trying to start a YouTube channel, put in the time you're going to work on that in your calendar as well. So, okay, you've got all the timely events in your calendar. You've got all the mandatory classes, meetings, your own hobbies, personal interests. Okay, you've got all that. And finally, you want to put in your study. So I'm going to explain to you how to put in your study, your schoolwork into your calendar. So what you want to do is you actually want to have a separate document, or you can have a physical piece of paper, but it has to be something that's easily accessible. You want to have something where you're going to put all your deadlines. So if you're in class and you learn the deadline to an assignment, or you get a homework assignment, or you've got an exam coming up, you want to write that down in like a document. Personally, I just use like my phone notes app. You can use a piece of paper, but it has to be very accessible, because if the teacher announces an assignment as you're leaving class, you don't want to have to like open your laptop, open your Notion template, go to a bunch of different locations. You want to just be able to pull out your phone and write it. So what you're doing is the night before, you're opening up this deadline app. You're seeing all the deadlines you have. First of all, put your deadlines into your calendar. But what you want to do is you want to just plan the next day. So it's going to be tempting to like have an exam and break it up into like, 2 weeks and like allocate time for it every single day. But the thing is, you're never going to be 100% accurate with how long things take. So what I'd recommend, and what this book also recommends, is literally just plan the next day. Now, if you're a little bit more smarter, yes, you can plan ahead. And I used to do that. For example, if I had 5 workshops to complete and I had 5 days to do it, I'd do a workshop a day. It can motivate you a bit to complete that workshop on that day. But ideally, just plan the next day. So take that list with all your deadlines, all the things you have to do, and kind of guess how long things are going to take, and literally just put it into your calendar. So I'll give you some tips here, some recommendations. If you haven't actually started studying for that subject, or you haven't started the assignment, then don't try to estimate what you can actually do, because chances are you don't know anything about the assignment. For example, if you're doing an essay, you don't know how long the essay is going to take you. You don't know how long the intro is going to take you. If you're doing a coding project, you don't know how long it's going to take you. So what I'd recommend is, if you're just getting started, in your calendar for the next day, just put a block for start computing assignment, start essay. And you spend that time to like understand the assignment, understand the subject if you're revising for an exam, rather than trying to accomplish some goal because you don't know how long it's actually going to take you. But if you've already worked on that assignment a little bit and you kind of understand it, you can block into your day, for example, 1 hour, write 100 words of my psychology essay. But ideally, if you haven't started the assignment, literally just put as a block, start blah, blah, blah assignment. Because what I found is, if you literally just start an assignment, you're going to get so much more clarity on it, and you're going to be much more likely to continue working on it. Because the reason me and many students start the assignments so late is we very much underestimate how long it's going to take us. we're not really sure, if the assignment's going to be hard or easy. There's not much clarity involved in it, so we never start it. But what I found is if you literally just start the assignment, everything about it becomes clear. If you literally just start studying for an exam, everything about it becomes clear, and you're much more likely to work on it the next day because you know exactly what you need to do. So yeah, either put the exact task you're gonna do, like, do question paper 2017 or write the intro to my essay, or literally just put as a block, start studying for exams, start blah 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 assignment. So, you might have a huge list of deadlines and exams. How do you pick which ones to do on the next day? You'll kind of develop this intuition over time, which things you want to work on. You can use this thing called, I think it's called the Eisenhower matrix. I'm not 100% sure, but look it up if you want. But honestly, I just do it intuitively. The things that are the highest priority, the hardest subjects, or the things that are very soon, I'll prioritize those first. And the less important things I'll prioritize later. So if you want to know exactly what time of day you should study, for how long, all those things, go watch my video, how to develop a bulletproof deep work habit. I go full detail on how to develop a study habit and actually stick to it. And you'll get a ton of new insights from it if you've never heard of that topic. Okay, so a couple insights, a couple tips here on your calendar. At first you're going to be super ambitious. You're going to plan like 12-hour days. You're going to try to complete a semester of work in like one day. You're going to be super ambitious. That's fine. Don't expect to like follow your calendar perfectly. If you follow your calendar 50%, that's a pretty good day. Just aim to follow your calendar as best as possible. And over time, you'll start to, tone it down, and you'll start to understand what's more realistic to achieve in a day. So just get used to it over time. Okay, so one more thing I really want to mention here. It might get a bit deep, but hopefully this will give you some value. Be open to new experiences. Be open to unexpected surprises. So, you might have the whole afternoon scheduled to, do your assignments, whatever. But someone might come to your room out of nowhere and say, "Hey, bro, come on, we're going on an adventure. We're going out tonight or whatever." And you really, really want to do that thing, but you've planned your whole night. What I'd recommend is, honestly, be more open. This is like some wisdom for you if you want to take it, if you agree with my mindset here. But be open to new experiences. Be open to unexpected surprises. Because that's a lot of what school and university and youth is about. This is what I've been thinking about recently. It's about getting a bunch of crazy new experiences. Like, yeah, sure, it's important to study 100%. It's important to work hard as fuck, in my opinion, in our youth. It's important to work super hard, but it's also important to get new experiences in life, to, create memories and try a bunch of new things. Because one other thing is we don't know what we want to go all in on until we've tried a bunch of stuff. So be open to new experiences. Be open to people inviting you to random shit. You know, you don't have to follow your calendar perfectly. And now this does mean you have to be, ahead of your assignments. You can't be doing stuff last minute. And that brings us into the whole topic of procrastination. I could go into that, but yeah, 100% try to start your assignments early if you can. Don't procrastinate it because you want to have these experiences. But bro, maybe you're thinking, "Oh bro, I wish I could be more open to more experiences." 100%. I want to get a ton of new experiences, a ton of new adventures, but nobody ever invites me to stuff. Very rarely do people invite me to stuff. I wish people invited me to more stuff. And 100%, I completely, resonate with this because in high school, I used to be in on a Friday night alone, on YouTube, playing video games. And I liked playing video games. I liked watching YouTube. But deep down, I wished I could be like out there living my youth, getting experiences, going on adventures, meeting girls, to be honest, making friends, doing all that fun stuff. And I'd like look on Instagram on Friday nights, and everyone in my class would be like out having fun. I get like massive FOMO. I wish I could be out there. And, people weren't inviting me to stuff. And, this sucks, bro, 100%. But let me give you a mindset shift that once I realized this, it changed my life. It changed my experiences, my social experiences, everything. So instead of waiting for like the cool person to come to me and invite me to do stuff, I realized, wait a minute, I should be that cool person inviting people to stuff. Even if people say no, who cares? So I shifted from waiting for people to invite me to stuff to being that guy who went out there and invited myself to stuff, but also invited other people to do cool stuff. Because what I found, what I realized, is that many people are in that situation. They're waiting for that cool person to come up to them and invite them to do stuff. And I realized, why don't I be that person? Why don't I be that cool person who does that? So yeah, I started like, putting myself out there more, going to social events, going to university club events alone, going to fun social events alone, going to sports clubs alone, doing all these things, meeting cool people, inviting them to do stuff. And it completely changed my social life. It completely changed the experiences I got in university when I actually started being the one to throw the invites out there. Now a lot of people are going to shut you down. They're going to reject you. You're going to go to a lot of very embarrassed. You're going to go to events where you like have embarrassing moments, awkward moments. When you're putting yourself out there, you're going to have awkward and embarrassing moments, but it's all worth it. You're going to be graduated from university and you're going to look back not only at the good moments, bro, but you're going to look back at all those awkward and embarrassing moments that you had, and you're going to look back with gratitude. And you're going to be like, wow, I really put myself out there and I really developed myself when I started to change my mindset and actually take responsibility and initiate my own social life. So the mindset is to become the initiator, take control of your own experiences, your own social life. Go to those events that other people might laugh at you for going and might think you're weird for going to. You know, if you're feeling brave, talk to random people, message random people that and, try to start a deep conversation with them. Be like, hey, bro, I don't know if you need to hear this. I don't know if this is the right thing you need to hear, but you need to pick up your balls and you need to put yourself out there and go do fun shit. It's going to be hard. It's going to be embarrassing, but you can't have the high moments without the low moments. So go out there, get those fun experiences, let your calendar kind of be disrupted a bit. And yeah, go live your life. See you later, bro.